What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope Rob Ricks. Hey guys. So yeah, I have just finished fucking doing the Angry Jackalope fucking speeding through a residential area. What a dick. I have just finished completing my Angry Jackalope Hell Challenge 4 Southern Grimes Grandaddy G1. So, good news. Everything survived. Nothing broke. Had a bunch of chinks. You see right here. And there was some gnarliness that had happened to the tip. But, as you can see, or maybe you can't see. I don't know. We'll see. So go along the edge here. I was able to bring her back to, business ready state. Get her ready for action again. All while using this. Yep, this and a strop. So, this is my, what is this? My Work Sharp 2.0 sharpener. I don't remember when the fuck I bought this. I got this thing so many fucking years ago, and I have used the shit out of it. But it was able to do all of the damage you see here. It was repaired to this, which to me is pretty fucking amazing. Now, where does this G1 shine, the Grandaddy? Where does it shine? Well, it was no fucking surprise. It chops like a fucking beast. Chop, 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 chop. Chops really well. Grip's pretty good. There's a couple of times my grip was really slippery, like those the elk leg, for whatever reason, had this ooze on one spot of it where I think the elk legs are past their, even frozen, they're starting to get kind of oozy. So I'm going to have to fucking find something else to use to simulate those elk legs. Because the ones I have now, they're getting nasty, and the wife is going to fucking be bent if I keep that shit out here in the garage. But yeah, it did pretty good on that. It didn't do too well on batoning, and I think it's because the blade is so thin. I think it's because it's so thin, it was basically just kind of wedging. It wasn't splitting the wood. Like some of the other things we've seen in the past that had a more pronounced wedge shape to it. This guy still was relatively thin. It was still thin, so I had a rough time getting it through until finally one point I just reached and just pulled the fucking the piece of wood apart. Stabbing was surprisingly really, really good against flesh. The way that this tip is designed right here, get it down here like this. This tip geometry is pretty damn interesting. This is a very similar style tip to what we saw on the Rhino, but I think because this doesn't have such a pronounced wedge to it, as far as kind of flaring to a thickness, it slid in really deep. I mean, I was getting stabs that were going to about like here, and that's pretty fucking nuts. And some of those were like even on the head, which was really surprising to me. The car hood, it did pretty well on the car hood. The car hood is the one that actually caused the most problem to the secondary edge right up here. So when I went into the car hood, let's see if I can get it here. When I went into the car hood, this started to chink right up through there. And that's, that's to be expected, really. But working it with the work sharp, I was able to get it back from where it was. And I got some pictures of that as well. So overall, I was pretty impressed. Pretty impressed with a basic machete style. So, this is not meant to be abused the way it was. The other thing that I did was I actually stabbed it and I pulled it just to kind of test the flex on it, and it gave, and it didn't distort the blade at all. So, that was really cool. That was really, really, really cool. All right, so I'm going to let the guys come in and give some of their points of view on it, and then we'll do the overall scoring and go from there. And that will be it for this episode. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with let's start with Steve.
I think it's pretty badass. I really like the fact that he was able to handle all those tests and not really break.
Okay. Randy.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's fucking really good, lightweight, chops like a motherfucker. Great, great blade.
Damien.
A thin pommel, able to bash skulls.
Oh, glad you brought that up. Yep.
Lightweight, swift, deadly.
Okay. And let's go with Ace.
I didn't think it was going to do very well as thin as it was, but it held up well, and even with all the chinks was able to get fixed.
Yeah, I forgot to bring up the bashing part. So, you know, this is not a big, huge hunk of steel on the backside here. It's primarily there for, like, you know, basically securing a lanyard, and I would highly recommend that anybody do that. Use it as a lanyard hole. But it did bash into the coconut. It didn't split the coconut like some of the other big, heavier blades, but it still did relatively well. And then I took slabs of the cinder blocks that I had laying around and bashed on that. And so that went really well as well. So, you know, not a super basher, but it will fuck somebody up if you hit him in the head with it. It's not going to necessarily kill him, but it will do some damage and probably crack the skull or something of that nature. All right, so let's go ahead and get the scoring in. Here is the score for the individual tests. And here is the overall score. Not bad. Not bad, Southern Grind. Not bad. I like it. And there, yeah, you may have noticed there's a little bit of bonus points just for the ingenuity of the way that the Sheath system works. I am a big fan of the way it is, and I'll show it to you guys. There we go. Oh wait, let me get this little piece out of the way. There we go. I love that. We secure it with this. You don't need to, but fuck it. It's here. I don't want it to rattle. Okay, there it is. Where is that coming from? Tip. So if you got motion like this, it will make noise, but this won't. So I don't know if you'd be making moves like this. Maybe if you're getting down with somebody and you had this on your hip, you might sound like a woodpecker. But if you're running, maybe just make that noise, huh? There we go. Yeah. So it's going to make a little bit of noise. You're not going to be a ninja slicing with this, but as far as tactical, would I use it in a fight? Most definitely. Would it fuck some shit up? Hell yeah. But I do like the weight factor. It is very lightweight. The kydex is very minimum. There's not a lot of kydex. It's just on the back here, big cutout up here, the back side. You know, this is part of it, and you've got this little metal belt, and it also comes with like a little leg strap as well. But I do like this. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, guys, that's it for now. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell all your friends. Until next time, please be good to each other.